So you do the black and white. What was your next pageant?
My next pageant was Expo Mix de Nuevo Laredo. Same thing in Nuevo Laredo. And it's to be reina del Expo Mix. Have you got to the Expo Mix en Nuevo Laredo, la feria? Ajá.
Yeah.
Sí. So,
And that one because you wanted to, or you were voluntold again?
they signed me up again without me knowing.
Okay.
Sí, o sea,
Yeah, again or something.
sí.
Ay,
Ay, tía Carmen.
te digo.
Pero aquí está mi tía Carmen y mi tía Güera. O sea, las dos me metieron. Lo dijeron a mi mamá de que entre Marcelita, la. Y mi mamá was like, bueno, dale, o sea, métela, ¿por qué no? Y de ahí me acuerdo que yo...
My parents are probably at this point like,
Sí.
this girl at 9 was, had an Instagram account with 100,000 followers. At this point, let her just go.
Que me acuerdo que me metieron. From there, I was just getting back from like a trip. I don't remember what it was. And they were like, mijita, vas a hacer Reina Expo Mex. O sea, vas a participar para lo de Reina Expo Mex. Vas a hacer ese certamen. Y yo, okay. So then I did it. And then miento. It's crazy. Porque, si no mal recuerdo, el día que me inscribieron, si no me estoy equivocando, ese día era el cóctel de bienvenida. Like, that was the day they were gonna announce and present, like, the contestants. Mm-hmm. So I was kind of, like, just thrown in, and they're like, okay, now you gotta get our dress and show up, and I was like, okay, everything's happening so fast. If I'm not mistaken, yes. Or, like, a day before, algo así, porque fue todo muy, I was like, wait, what? Fue todo muy rápido. I did not place.
Okay.
I did not place.
How'd you take that? Because you'd done pretty well. Mm-hmm. The previous one, did that affect you in any way or nah?
It was so crazy, and there's still videos up to that day. I remember.
What happened?
See, I remember when I was there, and they ended up announcing the top 5, and I stayed in the back. Everyone, like there at Centro Cultural, was in disbelief. They were like, ah. Yeah. You could hear that.
Like a gasp.
See, that I wasn't in there.
But how did you take it?
Honestly, I was just, I know I deserved a spot there. Yeah. And like you can feel it, I guess, as a contestant and all that stuff. I know I deserved a spot there, but it wasn't meant to be, And you gotta take things like that way. When it's not, cuando es para ti, es para ti. Si no es para ti, o sea, no es para ti. Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, I don't mind. I remember I was holding the number and I was just there smiling, like, thinking, what do I do now? Do I leave the stage? Do I stay here? People were just looking at me. I remember they remove us off the stage, like, thank you, just the top 5 will keep on, top 10. They're still gonna be here, y'all can, thank you. Everyone got, de que Marcela. Mar made me feel, como que, like, sentimental.
Or I mean,
no, it was
emotional.
Sí, that made me feel very emotional because
I was the support or what? I mean, what was it that?
I guess because like when you deserve a spot there and you're not in it, and then everyone comes and like tries to comfort you, and you're just like, como que, y yo como entre.
Yeah, what were you feeling?
Ay, es que no sé cómo explicarlo. Era como que I was happy because I did it, and I was proud of myself because I put myself out there. But at the same time, it was like, everyone's telling you that you should have been there, that you should have been the winner, all that stuff. And then there were people, and that's the thing, y es una cosa que yo voy a ser muy real, que muchas veces no se habla. Hay gente que se alegra por tus triunfos y hay gente que no. Hay gente que se alegra porque no ganaste. There's cruel people, there's mean people. And there were people happy because I hadn't had one. And that's the truth. And I remember they came up to me, and you could feel the vibe. You could feel they don't like you. They go, how are you? ¿Estás bien? But it's not honest.
Fake.
It's fake. O sea, eso están como, ¿estás bien? And it's, for me, it was like, I mean, keep in mind, it's just a child, same thing. Yo, de verdad que he ido despertando mucho y hasta a veces la gente me dice como de que estás dormida todavía, pero ya es como, en ese entonces yo tenía mucha bondad, o sea, no veía la malicia en las personas. I thought everyone was nice, and that's not the truth.
Was that your first introduction to that?
What do you mean?
Like, was that the first time that you saw that not everybody likes you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Uh-huh. And the thing is, yo nunca les había hecho nada, Ruben. Like, I've never done anything to them. I've always been like me. But I guess the part of pageantry, sometimes like that happens.
What did that do for you? Like, how did it affect you? Like, what do you think you did with that?
Nada. I was just like, okay, they're not part of my life. See, I know I should not trust that person, but I know they're not part of my life. Like, I'm just not going to take it personal. Como que no me va a afectar. Pero en su momento, cuando esos, o sea, when you see it, you're like, wait, what? You know? And I remember I left the Centro Cultural. I came out to like the little, what's it called? Like the entrance, you can say. Mm-hmm. People were gathered there. And they were all looking at me to see if I was crying, if how was my reaction. I was just there smiling. People that I did not know, they would come up to me and tell me that, you did great, you looked beautiful, all that stuff. And I'll be like, thank you. And I remember this one lady came up to me and she told me that así pasa, pero le hiciste muy bien. And then they told my mom that I don't know if I could be that honest. They told her mom something, and I was just there shook, like, I cannot believe that lady just told that to my mom, you know.
How'd your mom take it?
I know, mi mom is super late. My mom, I swear, like, she's the most, ay, mijita, lo hiciste, qué bueno. O sea,
it didn't bother her that people were saying that about
her? No. Mi mama, she's always been such an easygoing person. And I truly thank her for that, because that has built who I am today. She's always been like very, ay, no pasa nada, ay, ya, miji. Like, es que era verdad, o sea, no hay que tomar las cosas tan en serio. O sea, sí fue como que la gente se me acercó and people came up to me and they were telling me like, oh my God, you should have been there, la la la. But honestly, it's not that serious if you think about it. Cool, like, it's just a pageant, you know, like, there's more things in life.
What was your first pageant in Laredo?
In Laredo or
here?
Laredo. Miss Laredo.
Miss Laredo.
Miss Laredo.
That was the first pageant in Laredo?
And that was in 2022.
Was that after Expo Mex, or how many did you have
yes.
through Expo Mex?
Oh, wait. So after Expo Mex, I did that in Nuevo Laredo. And then back then, they tell me you should do Miss Teen Universe Tamaulipas. Mm-hmm. You should compete for the Tamaulipas crown. And I'm like, I just didn't pageant. Like, stop, you know, like, thank you, but stop. Like,
is this the Iconic again, or just?
No, this was somebody else. And they tell me I should compete for Miss Teen Universe Tamaulipas. Now, this was now an actual pageant system. It was not like local nonprofits or to be Reina de la Feria or no, this was like an actual pageant. And I was like, oh, no sé. Well, let's do it, Marcella. Like, you already have everything. Let's just compete. That pageant was like in 2 months, like from Expo Mix.
2 months after.
And 2 months after Expo Mix. I was like, okay, fine, let's do it. Por fin me convencieron. So I traveled to Reynosa. That's where the pageant was held, and that was like a state pageant. So you had to win the state title in order to advance and go compete for Mexico. It was like within teen division. So I represented Rio Bravo, which is a city, community in Tamaulipas. And I went on. There were girls that already had the sash of Nuevo Laredo, so I couldn't represent Nuevo Laredo. But I was like, okay, let's do it. I'll just represent Rio Bravo. It's fine, no problem. I have cousins there at the end of the day. So I went to Teen Universe Tamaulipas, and I won. I won the state title. Flat out won.
Okay. Your first crown?
My first ever state crown. Like, I was like, wait, what? Like, Expo Mex had just happened, and then I went state. Para mí fue como que, like, you know, God's timing. Yeah. God did not want me to win Expo Mex at the time because he knew he had this for me. So I won state. I go to nationals, and I placed second runner-up. I almost won Mexico as a team. And of course, the one who won Mexico, it would take you to, where was it? Panama, if I'm not mistaken. No me acuerdo. Creo que Panama. And there you would like represent Mexico and try to win the international crown.
You're still Alexander at this point.
Yes, I'm still Alexander. Yeah.
And then did you go back to compete for Miss Universe Tamaulipas at some point? Or?
Oh, way back. You mapped that. Okay, way later. Yeah. So I'm still a team. You know, I'm still at Alexander. So I came back. I had the state title. Cool. I did a great job at Teen Universe Mexico. I did not expect once again, I was just, and that's kind of always been my thinking. Kind of like, I'm here for the experience. I'm here to learn. I'm here to grow, you know. Like, it's pageantry. I love it because it helps you build so much confidence if you see it that way. If you see it with other eyes, it can bring you down. And that's the thing. Like, I've seen pageantry that has uplifted so many girls and created so many powerful, empowered women. But I've seen that for others, they have brought them down because they're not surrounded by the right people, you know, or if they see it with different eyes. It's the way you take things, and it's who you surround yourself with.
Do you go in to these pageants thinking you're going to win, or just go in because you want to get in?
Yeah. That's kind of always been my motto. Yeah, that helps a lot.
So when you win, you're surprised.
See, exactly, see.
Yeah. But you realize you can't win them all, and you're able to deal with that because, hey, I just got in for the experience, and so I've learned from this experience.
There's always just one winner in pageantry, and that's every girl who does pageantry should know that. Like, at the end of the day, there's only one crown, but it's everything you learn along the way that it's so much bigger than the actual crown. So yeah, I've always had that mentality. So it's like, cool. I ended up winning all of that stuff. It was really nice. I came back, okay, and then I did Mexicano Universal a few years later.
Okay.
Which is, back then, it was a pageant that Lupita Jones held to go to Miss Universe Mexico, you can say, but it was Mexicano Universal. It was under that direction. And there, I just did for trying to get state, but they already had the winner. It was like designación. I don't know how to call it. Like, they were just going to announce who the winner was. They already had.
They already assigned something. Yes. Or they designated something.
Yes.
Okay.
So we all did the casting for it to be Tamaulipas, but they already had a winner. You know what I mean? Like, they had already chosen. From the casting, they chose her. So I just traveled to Ciudad Victoria to find out who was going to be the winner.
How are you maintaining your grades?
Oh. Maintain, like...
And I ask you that because at some point you realized education was important.
Yes.
You ended up getting a degree at TAMU.
Yes.
So at that point in your life, you're so busy with these pageants and traveling. How are you managing school? And at what point in all of this did you realize, okay, I need to get a higher education?
Team no sleep.
Team no sleep.
I've always had that thing. You know, I'm a first generation student.
Okay.
I've always, for my parents, getting a college degree was a huge accomplishment. And they were very proud of me. Like, I've always had it, like, I need to get a college degree. I need to get a degree. And honestly, I enjoyed school. I loved school. Like, I'm like, even thinking, like, should I go back and get a master's? But I'm like, I don't know, my career should require a master's. Like, what should I do? Yeah, do I really need it? You know? Yeah. Exactly.
So you're still competing. You're traveling. Again, how did you manage life at Alexander High School? I don't get that.
Oh, wait. So when I was in Alexander, I won that state pageant, all of that. It was great. I did Teen Universe when I had already graduated at Alexander. I was a freshman at TAMU.
But that was the one where they had already assigned the winner. So is that the one or no?
No, that was a sophomore at TAMU.
Ah, okay.
See.
So what was the one you did as a freshman?
So freshman was Teen Universe. I was a freshman at TAMU. See.
Teen Universe in Mexico?
Yes.
Okay. For Tamaulipas?
For Tamaulipas, and then I placed second runner-up to win the Mexico crown.
Oh.
Now, I was a freshman at TAMU. Then I became a sophomore at TAMU, and I did Mexicano Universal. But they already had the winner. It was a designación. I didn't go past the state because they already had the winner. You know, I just did the casting. That's it.
Yeah.
Then I became, oh my God, I'm like trying to go back in time. A junior.
Not that old.
No, pero ay, es que tantas cosas son tan rápido que me digo, Dios mío. From there, I did Miss Laredo. Yeah, in 2021.
That was not your last pageant, though, right? You still have
No. And I ended up not winning at Miss Laredo.
Okay.
You know, we were only 3 of us competing.
So did that change your mentality in getting ready for this pageant?
I got ready for Miss Laredo. Yeah, like I've already have past pageant experiences. Like I know I'm not a newbie within pageant systems. I know Miss Texas works differently. You know, that's a lot of things that people don't know, that every pageant system works differently. Like they all have like a different look, a different feel of what they want. But I know I had worked hard, so I was like, I know I can win. But once again, I ended up not winning. I was like, okay, cool. You know, things happen for a reason. I enjoyed it.
But it bothered you a little bit, didn't it?
Nah.
Come on.
I mean, you know, as a contestant, I don't know how to explain this, but probably pageant girls know, if you've competed. When you're on that stage, you just know if it's going to be a good night or bad night for you. Yeah. You know? And the moments the pageant began, I just already knew I wasn't going to win. Because the vibe wasn't there. It's weird. It's just like your intuition.
Negative out of you. I'm just, I'm trying to get.
No, the real.
I'm trying to get the reality of.
Right.
Had to have thought I've got a pretty good chance.
Yeah.
Considering there's only 3, I've done well in the past. So that might have affected you a little bit in the sense that you think maybe you were overconfident at all, or nah?
Nah.
No.
No.
It was just the vibe. Like you knew that night you weren't gonna win.
Yes. And
that's it. That's funny how you would know that.
It's like an intuition. It's something you
Does
feel.
Does everyone all feel that, or do you think that's unique to you?
No, I'm pretty sure every pageant girl feels that. You just know, Yeah. There's something in your heart that tells you like, I'm not gonna win.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
What'd you learn from Miss Laredo? You came.
To keep going. To keep going, to learn from everything. I mean, every experience you learn more and it helps you evolve and grow so much more. And if, once again, Expo Mix that ended up not happening, cool. But then I got Teen Universe. And same thing with Miss Laredo. Miss Laredo ended up not happening, cool. But then I got Miss Universe Tamaulipas, And that happened like the year after.
So you were crowned Miss Universe Tamaulipas?
Yes. For the state. Again.
Yeah.
So I
compete
to Miss Universe Mexico.
Which I saw you on TV. I remember watching.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Wow. So we're talking to Marcela Delgado on Maine and Laredo, first episode, a production of the computer shop Laredo. And we're going to get to her time at Telemundo because I know that's what a lot of people want to hear about, the reality.